In this lesson, I'm going to teach you 10 essential billionaire practices that will rapidly get you making progress from wherever you are to hitting that billionaire net worth. Now, this is not the whole system. The whole system is in the entire course. But these are 10 practices right now that you can put in place. If you were a billionaire already, you would already be doing these things. And these are things that a lot of people just don't do because they don't know. And that can actually keep them stuck for a long time. So it's essential that right at the start of this course, you start learning these 10 essential billionaire practices and you start doing them and putting them into practice right away every day. You need to be doing this like constantly. It needs to become habit and second nature to you. Okay, so the first billionaire practice is you need to set big superlative goals. Okay? It's time to throw off your small thinking. It's done. You're now in the exponential zone. And I want you to step into the exponential zone. I want you to make the switch. You're thinking big, superlative, starting right now. You don't think small anymore. That stuff is gone. Okay, practice number 2, billionaire practice number 2. I want you to be a problem solver. You're going to start solving problems. You're going to start going after problems. You see a problem coming your way, most people run the other way. The billionaires, the titans, they're running to the problem because they believe that an entrepreneur is somebody that solves problems for society and gets paid to solve society's problems. The common person doesn't want to deal with problems, but the entrepreneurs, the super entrepreneurs, the billionaires, they're looking for big problems to solve. And that's why society is like, well, if you solve that, we're going to pay you a lot of money. So you want to be a problem solver. Don't complain about problems. Solve problems. And if you want, you can complain after you solve the problem. Most likely you won't be complaining because you have so much money from solving the problem. You'll be like, oh, that was a tough problem, but it was fun solving it and it was worth it. And now what other problems can I solve? Now, billionaire practice number 3 is I want you to be super generous with your money. And I want you to start identifying needs around you that you can make a contribution to. Now, this might not seem like it's a billionaire thing. You're like, I'm trying to build a net worth, and you're telling me to go give money to charity or to a poor person or, to my local church or to some needy people around society. But you know what the Bible says, that to give is better than to receive. We all want to receive. But in order for us to receive, somebody gotta give. And when you give, you unlock a chain of good that goes out there. And without people that give, that whole system would not work nearly as well for the rest of us. So if you want to be the force for good in the world, you gotta give. Like, imagine if you had all the money in the world anyway. We give you all the trillions and gazillions of money that exist in the world and we give it to you. Like, what are you gonna do with it? If you have all the money in the world and you never give it to anyone, to anything, what good is gonna come out of that? None. Because you cannot even eat, right? Unless you give some money to Whole Foods, unless you give some money to McDonald's, unless you give some money to Starbucks, and in exchange they give you. So if you had all the money in the world and you just kept it and held it, you would die of starvation and simply because you refuse to let go of your money. You gotta give the money for it to start working and for it to do the good that you want to see in the world. Otherwise, you're just gonna be a useless miser hoarding all the money. Now, I don't mean like throw away your money, but get in the habit of giving, because the people that are the productive multi-billionaires, they give more than most people. So if you never learn how to give at that level, you're probably not gonna learn how to earn it in the first place either. When you start giving like that, it's gonna force you to unlock the next level of earning it. Now, the other big billionaire practice number 4, adopt an attitude of, yes, I can do all that. You're gonna hear people saying, oh no, you can't be a billionaire, you can't build a super valuable business, you gotta get a job, you don't have a college degree, you don't have a JD, you're not a medical doctor. All these things. You're a lady, you're not a guy, you can't be a super entrepreneur, all these things. But your defense has gotta be, you gotta adopt a yes, I can do all that attitude. And you gotta adopt it right now. The billionaires believe that they can do pretty much anything they set their mind to. Run the Olympics, build a $100 billion business, build $1 billion business, build a $500 million business, run for president, run for prime minister, change an entire industry, invent the iPhone. Whatever you decide to do, I want you to know and believe that, yes, I can do all that. Billionaire practice number 5, hit the gym hard every day. Now, this is really a secret to unlocking the big inner confidence that you need. And confidence is a secret trait of billionaires. If you want to just run a stupid experiment, walk up to a billionaire and tell them that when they mention they're going to do something, and tell them like, no, you can't do that. And you just see fire. That's because they got secret confidence that most everybody else really doesn't have. I mean, everybody else got confidence to a certain level, but like billionaires are way out there. They believe they can, metaphorically speaking, move mountains. Now, you really start doing this. If you can't even move your own body, how are you gonna move mountains? If you can't get up off the couch every morning at 7 a.m. or 10 a.m. or 11 or whatever time you say you're gonna go exercise, I mean, it's pretty much hopeless. Now, you might believe you can cut it even though you don't exercise, but that means you're gonna need to find another system of discipline and of getting yourself moving. That's just really hard to do without physical working out. Like, you could try to practice discipline in saving money, or in doing things you don't like to do, like public speaking or things like that. But those things are just so much harder to set up than setting a workout schedule where you say, every morning I'm hitting the gym at 5 a.m. or 7 a.m. or 3 a.m. or 10 p.m., 6, whatever time you want. But make it a habit to hit the gym hard every single day. That leads us to billionaire secret habit number 6, which is develop your discipline. Now, discipline is a core billionaire trait. Billionaires are super disciplined. When everybody else is watching TV, the Kardashians, everybody else is partying and having fun, the billionaires are busy working. The Warren Buffett, he reads like 500 pages a day. That takes a lot of discipline. Mark Cuban reads a lot, like I think almost like 3 hours a day. That's a lot of discipline. Just try it and you realize it takes discipline. 3 hours a day. I don't read books probably 3 hours a day. I'm probably less than that. Um, so I know it does take discipline. Um, and I might not even be consistent every day. Like I might miss some days. It takes discipline. So develop your discipline. Billionaire uh, secret number 7, uh, billionaire practice number 7. Imagine a billion. A lot of people say, "Oh, I want to be a billionaire," but they simply have never even imagined what a billion would be like in their life. What would you do with it? Seriously, what would you do if I gave you $1 billion like today and you had $1 billion sitting in your bank account or in your business, and somehow you gotta deploy it and make productive use of it? Start imagining a billion. Would you expand your business? What size would your business look like? Would you have multiple businesses? What industries would you be engaged in? And what would you be doing to move those industries forward? You're not going to just be a techie when you got $1 billion. What are you going to be doing with that money? And I want you imagining this and exactly what you would do with that money regularly. Now, billionaire practice number 8, do visualizations and affirmations twice a day. Your visualizations should be written down, and you should write them down on paper, or on a phone or a computer, some kind of system where you can see your visualizations written down. And affirmations as well. You want to affirm some positive things about you becoming a billionaire. At this point, we're not gonna go into the details. That comes later in the course. Billionaire practice number 9: weed out the non-billionaire thinkers and habits from your life. So, those negative friends that are always telling you stuff to, like, stop working so hard, stop being so focused on work, let's go party, drinking at the pub, spending all your weekends partying. Social media, you want to quit social media, quit all the endless socializing that really doesn't move you towards your goals. Why? Because now you're in the business of making $1 billion. And if that stuff is not going to help you make $1 billion, it needs to go. Now, billionaire practice number 10, I want you to write down your billionaire goal twice a day. Ideally, like in the morning or in the evening, or any other 2 times that work for you, because this will really turbocharge you way more than you even know. Like, this will really advance you in ways that you won't even understand at this point, because you don't know all the systems yet. But you need to do that. Write down your billionaire goal twice a day.